Alright, y'all, so I'm not gonna lie, man. It seems like it's just getting worse and worse for Lil Durk. I'm not gonna lie, like, every time I fucking scroll on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, wherever, I just keep seeing new charges pop up. Now they saying he about to get hit with a second murder for hire, or I think it's a third one, second or third one. This shit just keep getting worse and worse, bro. Not gonna lie, it seemed like in all his songs he predicted this shit. All the federal, he had the federal nightmare song, he had the other song he was talking about the feds and all this shit. And now it seems like he predicted his own future. He said they asked where I'm gonna be in 10 years. Said I see the feds. The nigga wasn't lying, cause he definitely might be done. He might be Kentucky Fried Chicken done. That's what we talking about. But no, we gonna jump right into it, man, because this shit is crazy. Not gonna lie. Talk about bad luck.
Lil Durk. Man, I tell you what, this situation with Lil Durk just keeps getting worse. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody already knows that he was arrested a while ago on a murder for hire plot that resulted in the death of Quando Rondo's homeboy and cousin, Lil Pop. Right, well, news is breaking today, right now, that the feds actually intend on indicting him on a second murder for hire plot.
Oh, so you heard
that correctly. Now, the paperwork that was revealing this was just unsealed because Lil Durk was scheduled to do a detention hearing today where he...
Y'all gotta think, bro. He already facing life for the one murder for hire charge. Just imagine two. You only get one life. They gonna fuck around and say double life sentence. Nigga, you only get one life. You don't get a double life. I never understood that. They be like, you got 25 to double life or some shit. Like, nigga, I only got one life.
could have received a bond. So I guess in order to stop that, the government has decided to pretty much unseal this paperwork that says they are going to indict him on a new murder for hire charge. Now, this news was broke by the Chicago Tribune, and they posted this article right here that says, in newly unsealed court records, Lil Durk, who's already facing murder for hire charges in Los Angeles, has been linked to the fatal 2022 shooting of an alleged gang leader outside of a community center on Chicago's far south side. The warrant application was filed in April of 2023, but was not unsealed until Wednesday in advance of a scheduled Thursday detention hearing in Lil Durk's murder for hire case. The newly unsealed filing in the U.S. District Court of Chicago alleges Banks was behind the January 27, 2022 killing of Stephen Mack, who was 24 years old and was shot to death shortly after he exited the Youth Peace Center. And
that's what motherfuckers don't understand. Cops get fucking paid to do their job, bro. Literally. It don't matter if them niggas catch you a week later, a month later, 10 years later. They gonna catch you. Because there's always gonna be some type of evidence left behind.
At the time of his death, according to the FBI, Mac was the leader of the Smashville faction of the Gangster Disciples. Now, this guy right here, Stephen Mack, apparently is the guy that people think killed Lil Durk's brother, D-Thang, right? D-Thang died a few years back, and we actually heard Lil Durk rapping on his song, Aha, talking about he had got get back for D-Thang, saying this right here.
My brother D-Thang just got killed and I've been slow since. They like Durk, his ass a singer, he won't smoke. You can bleed whatever you want, I got your folks here.
Now, I see.
Once again, if they're allowed to use lyrics in court, GG's, Durk. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry, but GG's, bro. These rappers continue to tell on they self in these songs, man. When they gonna learn?
Seems that the truth is indeed stranger than fiction, because I have no idea why Lil Durk would be rapping that on a hit record and actually probably be behind the hit. I
feel like all the comments got to his head, bro.
It seems pretty reckless to me, but hey, man, what do I know? If you're out here putting hits on people, I don't really expect you to be the type of person to try to keep it a secret either. Now, it says right here in this article, Banks' brother, Dante Banks, was shot to death outside of a nightclub in South Suburban Harvey in 2021. According to the warrant application, another Gangster Disciples faction with ties to Smashville carried out that murder. It's got a quote here that says, Lil Durk was and is still offering money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder, and more significantly, offering to pay money for any Gangster Disciple that is killed. Now, it says right here that Lil Durk has not been charged in connection with this investigation, so he hasn't been charged with it, but pretty much the feds have unsealed paperwork that lets lets everybody know they intend to charge him with it. So it is coming, and it is coming soon. Now remember, they unsealed this because he was going to a detention hearing, and it says, in asking for pretrial release with electronic monitoring, Banks' attorney said that the artist would put up his 2 houses in Georgia with a combined $2.3 million, as well as another $1 million in cash from Sony Music to secure his bond so that he could be let out. Durk's attorney also pointed to state charges brought against him in Georgia.
That just be letting you know that fucking rappers be capping. He be rapping about like having $50 million and $100 million in his songs, but he trying to put up like $3 million for bond. That shit don't be adding up. Then again, it is entertainment. Or maybe they froze his accounts or something.
That stemmed from a 2019 shooting that happened in Atlanta, and the reason why he brought that up is because he was granted pretrial release before those charges was eventually dropped in 2022. It said the best determiner of how an individual will act in the future is how they have behaved in the past, and Mr. Banks has showed that he respects the orders of the court and has been an ideal candidate for pretrial release, which I don't know about all that, bro. Yeah, sure, he was released in this case, and then the charges were dropped, but right before he was charged with this, they caught him booking multiple plane tickets out of multiple different airports, and essentially,
I'm confused. The person who made this video, y'all go subscribe to him as well though. But do he want Lil Durk to go to jail? The way he talk, he seemed like he wanted him to go to jail.
Trying to flee the country. So when his attorney says the best determiner for how an individual will act in the future is how they behaved in the past, it's not really a good look if you ask me. But in response to that request, federal prosecutors said that Durk proposed bond conditions were woefully inadequate to protect the community and vital witnesses from harm, and that they wouldn't mitigate the defendant's risk of flight. Now, a quote from the prosecutors, and what they said in this paperwork they filed is, evidence collected in this case also shows the defendant has allegedly placed monetary bounties to solicit other murders, including a family member of a witness.
He just dropped money on niggas' head back to back to back.
Clear. He will use his power, his money, his influence in any pretrial release to endanger anyone who he perceives as a threat, including witnesses to this case. Now, they pretty much have pointed the finger at Durk for hiring somebody to kill this Stephen Matt guy, and earlier
that's why the nigga only got $3 million for bond. Nigga putting all his money on people's heads.
This year, 2 people were actually charged with conspiracy to commit murder for hire in that case. However, Lil Durk's name wasn't mentioned in any of the paperwork online about that case, but there was paperwork posted by the government a year ago that said those 2 guys were hired to do that murder. It says here that in probing Mac's death, federal investigators analyzed jail phone calls, social media postings, firearm purchases, as well as lyrics from Lil Durk's song Aha, released about a month after the shooting. The warrant application goes on to say that the 2 guys that were charged with the killing of Mac may have exchanged text messages concerning payment for Mac's murder. So look,
this is the second case where this nigga was sending messages, bro. Having niggas send messages. I don't understand, bro. It's like they be asking to go to jail.
Durk was not smart with the phones. We seen that in his first indictment. He was texting people, don't book no hotels under my name. In this paperwork that they're saying they're going to charge Lil Durk with, apparently they have messages between him and these other guys that he hired. It says that those 2 guys were arrested on unrelated charges a few weeks after Mac's death. A detective from the New Lenox Police Department then applied for and was granted a warrant to search the contents of their cell phones. Investigators then discovered a 2-person text message conversation that mentioned OTF, which we all know to be Lil Durk's crew, and prosecutors say that on February 10th, 2022, one of the people in that text conversation asked, "What's up with OTF?" to which the other person responded, "Nothing." 8 days later, in the same conversation, another text message read, "Did Durk give you the money?" That's crazy, bro. You heard them mention that they were using lyrics from his song Aha against him, and in a statement last week, Durk's attorney said, when you see an artist rap lyrics quoted as evidence against them, it's a glaring indication that there is no real evidence against that person. The real truth is that Durk Banks is a Grammy award-winning artist, a dedicated father, and a loving husband. Mr. Banks has been intensely committed to giving back to the Chicago community he loves through his Neighborhood Heroes Foundation and has put on more than a dozen charitable events over the last few years. He is looking forward to fighting against these false allegations in court. And newsflash for Durk's attorney, doing charity does not exempt you from being charged with murder. I mean, it's cool that he was giving back to the community, but if he really is guilty of doing these things, it doesn't take away from the seriousness or the severity of the charges, right? His attorney is defending him right now in the public eye, but as time goes on, he might be looking more and more like this Drewski skit.
I got good and bad news. Good news, we got your payment, buddy.
This nigga Drewski got a skip for everything.
They gave you life. Sayonara.
Yeah, bro, so that's what we got. Notable moments from this. They've got text messages and jail phone calls. They got 2 people already in custody. I don't know if those people have talked or if they haven't talked, but it's important to note that DURK hasn't been charged yet, but he has been linked to this second murder for hire, and according to the paperwork that was just filed, they do intend on indicting him. If convicted on this second murder for hire charge, DURK will have to face life in prison, not to mention if he is also found guilty on his first charge. I don't know if the chances of him beating this thing look slimmer and slimmer as time goes on, but y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about it in the comments down.
What I think about it is GG's, Dirk, not gonna lie. The second murder for hire, you're already facing life. I'm telling you, they gonna try to get this nigga double life. They trying to cook it. They trying to make an example out of him, I'm telling you. He like, oh, y'all think we sweet? Okay. We're gonna keep getting all this evidence, and we're gonna fry one of y'all rappers so y'all gonna understand that we not playing. That's a wild scenario to be in, bro. He probably in jail going through it. 2 murder for hire charges? Not 1, 2. For now. They fucking around ass some more. It's not like he just donating money on niggas' heads at this point. But no, this shit is crazy. Not gonna lie. He might be fried. I ain't gonna lie. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. So y'all think he can beat this? He can shake his way out of this and drop more music, or he done, like his career over type shit. Me personally, it was looking good at first, but now it's looking bad. They got messages again, text messages. That's damn near all the evidence they need. They confirmed that the payment was fucking there. Next, they're gonna have a video of him giving the money to somebody and shit. But no, let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments, man. If you're new to the channel, you made it this far, leave a like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 1K, man. Peace.